Good morning and welcome to my class. I'm Miss Vandana Gupta, Assistant Professor of Mathematics. Today we are going to learn about Poisson distribution. See, like binomial distribution, Poisson distribution is also a discrete probability distribution, and it is a limiting case of binomial distribution. So what is Poisson distribution? Poisson distribution is a limiting case of binomial distribution. What is the meaning of limiting case? That means if the number of trials are very, very large, so Poisson distribution is a limiting case of binomial distribution with parameters n and p, under the following conditions. What are the conditions? The n, you know what is n? N is number of trials. Number of trials. It is very, very large. Is very, very large. That means it tends to infinity. This is the symbol used for infinity. That means number of trials are very, very big. See, binomial mein kya tha? We were having n number of trials to be fixed, if you remember. N is fixed and it is a small number. Means you are performing the trials for 5 number of times or 6 number of times. It is fixed, a constant number. Here n can be very, very large. So that is why it is called as a limiting case of binomial distribution. So n is very, very large and probability of success is very, very small. Probability of success, which we call it as P, that is P, which we denote by P, is very, very small. Very, very small, meaning what? It will tend to 0. Okay. And the third one is if you multiply number of trials with the probability n into p, then you get a number m. You call that number as m, and it is a finite number. It is a finite. N could be very large, number of trials. P could be very small, but once you multiply n with p, you get a number which is a fixed finite number. This number we call it as a mean of the Poisson distribution. Okay, so let us define what is the Poisson distribution. Because it's a limiting case of binomial distribution under these conditions, the random variable x, which is the number of success, it is said to follow the Poisson distribution if n into p is equal to m is finite and the probability density function of such a random variable is given by, so here, as you know that what is x? X is the number of success. If you perform the trial, say so many times, like n tends to infinity, many times, then number of success is x. So x can take value 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinity, because here number of, we are go on, keep on repeating the experiment. Okay, so here x will take value from 0 to infinity, number of success. We define here the Poisson distribution as a random variable x follows Poisson distribution. Again, Poisson is a name of the statistician who has studied this and introduced this. So a random variable x follows a Poisson distribution if it assumes only non-negative values Non-negative values. That means the values can be either 0 or positive, non-negative. The value is not negative. See here, x is taking values 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinite. Non-negative values, and its probability density function or probability mass function also it is called. Probability mass function is given by probability of x is equal to x is equal to e raised to minus m into m raised to x divided by x factorial. So this is the formula to calculate the probability that you are getting n success. Okay, like you had a formula in binomial distribution, NCR into p raised to r into q raised to n minus r. Similarly, you have a formula for Poisson distribution, probability that number of successes are x out of n trials, or out of, if you repeat the number of times the trials, then x success, probability of x success is given by e raised to minus m into m raised to x divided by x factorial. Now, how this formula is coming, don't worry about that. It comes from binomial distribution formula only when you apply the conditions this. Okay, so you don't have the proof of that. You have simply to remember the formula and how to apply this formula for solving the problems. Okay, now you may wonder what is this E. So before also I have mentioned that when we were doing derivatives, E is a irrational number like pi. Okay, it's like pi, the approximate value of pi is 22 by 7. Similarly, E is also a number which is called as base of natural logarithm. Okay, and its value is also somewhere around 2 and 3, between 2 and 3. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. E raised to minus, you will have be given the value of this in the exam. Many of you have not studied logarithm in your school days, so they might get confused with this. So you have to simply remember this much, that E is a number like pi. It's an irrational number and its value is somewhere between 2 and 3. Okay, and to calculate E raised to any number, that value you can do it by calculator also, but for your case you will be provided with these values in the exam, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so this is the formula for the Poisson distribution. Now see here, what is the mean of the binomial distribution? So we make a note here. Mean of the Poisson distribution is given by, mean is also called as an average, correct? So mean of Poisson distribution equal to m. Okay, mean or average, it is equal to m. What is m? M is n into p. Okay, and what is the variance? Variance is also equal to m. So it is very easy to remember. In binomial distribution, mean was n into p and variance was n into p into q. Here, mean and variance both are equal to m. Okay, this much you have to remember. Now, with this much information, we are now ready to solve our problems. Now, you may wonder when to use binomial distribution and when to use Poisson distribution. So as I mentioned before, binomial distribution is used when the number of trials, that is n, is a small number. Okay, whereas Poisson distribution is used when n is very, very large. Okay, so for example, if you have to find out the say for example, the number of phone calls received in an hour, and if you know the average call, okay, average number of calls received, and if you have to find out the number of phone calls received, or if you have to find out the number of printing mistakes on each page of a book if the average is given. Okay, so to find out such type of probabilities, we use the Poisson distribution. When we actually solve the problems, the things will become more clear to you. Okay, so let us begin solving the problems. So I will start with a very simple problem here first. So exercise number 1. A variate x, variate means variable. A variate x follows Poisson distribution with parameter m. Parameter 3. What is given to you? That the variable x follows Poisson distribution with parameter 3. What you have to do? You have to evaluate first probability of x is equal to 1. Second, probability of x less than 1. And third one, probability of x greater than 1. Okay. And you are given that this is provided to you, that e raised to minus 3 is equal to 0.0498. This value, as I told you, will be given to you in the exam. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. So here you are given that the variable x follows a Poisson distribution with parameter 3. Now what is the meaning of parameter 3? Parameter means m. As I have mentioned here, m is called the parameter of the Poisson distribution. Look at here. Somewhere I have written, or maybe I forgot to write here, but this m is called as a parameter of the Poisson distribution. Like how we had two parameters in binomial distribution, n and p, here we have only one parameter, that is m. And what is m? It is n into. So you are given here the parameter is 3. So what is given to you? You are given here that m is equal to 3. And you know the formula for probability of x is equal to x, small x, is e raised to minus m into m raised to x divided by x factorial. This is what is the formula to calculate the probability. Okay. Now let us find out the probability one by one. So in the first one, what is the value of x? It is 1. You have to find out what is the probability of x is equal to 1. So in place of x, you put 1. And in place of m, you put 3. So this will be e raised to minus, in place of m, we will put 3. E raised to minus 3. Okay, let me write it on the next page. So let us write on the next page. This is our formula. Okay. So first one, probability of x is equal to 1. What is your formula? I'm writing the formula here. It is e raised to minus m into m raised to x divided by x factorial. So in this formula, you put m is equal to, what you have to put? M is 3. M is equal to 3 and x is equal to 1. Look at here. M is equal to 3. So, and x is equal to 1. So put in the formula e raised to minus 3 into m raised to x. M is 3. 3 raised to, and x is 1. So 3 raised to 1 divided by x factorial. X is 1. So 1 factorial. Now what you have to do? You have to simplify this. So e raised to minus 3, this value is already given to you. As I told you, this value will be given to you in exam. So 0.0498. So it is 0.0498. This value e raised to minus 3 is already given to you. And 3 raised to 1 is same as 3. And what is 1 factorial? It is same as 1. It is same as 1. So what will you get? Just multiply 0.0498 with 3. So use your calculator. 0.0498 multiplied by 3 is equal to 0.1494. So therefore, probability of x is equal to 1 is 0.1494. Okay. Let us go for the next one. Probability of x is equal to x is less than 1 or greater than 1. What is the second one? Probability of x less than 1. Okay. Probability of x less than 1. Now what values x can take if x is less than 1? As I told you, x is taking the values from 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. Look at here. X takes value from 0. It is non-negative. It cannot be negative. It takes value from 0 up to infinity. So when I have to calculate the probability of x less than 1. So if it is less than 1, what values it can take? It can take only one value, that is 0. Correct? So how will you find out probability of x is equal to 0? In this formula, put m is equal to 0. E raised to minus 3 into 3 raised to 0 divided by x factorial, that is 0 factorial. E raised to minus 3, the value is already given to you. 3 raised to 0, any number raised to power 0 is 1, and 0 factorial is also 1. So the answer is 0.1494. So probability of x less than 1 is also 0.1494. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I have made a mistake. It is e raised to minus 3, 0.0498. I'm writing wrong. 0498. Okay. So this is, let me make the correction here. So this is not, this is 0.0498. E raised to minus 3 is how much? You are given the value e raised to minus 3, 0.0498. So 0.0498. And 3 raised to 0 is 1, and 0 factorial is also 1. So you will get 0.0498. Okay, so probability that x is less than 1 is 0.0498. So this is the answer for the second one. This is the answer for the first one. Okay, now let us see the third one. Okay, what is the third one? Find the probability of x greater than 1. Look at the third one. Probability of x greater than 1. Third one. Now look at here. What is the values x is taking? X is taking the values from 0, 1, 2 up to infinity. Okay, and I'm saying x is greater than 1. So what values x can take? It can take value from 2, 3, 4, and so on up to infinity. Is it not? it is not possible for me to find out probability of x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3, x is equal to 4. There are so many up to infinity. And then I have to add them. So what I will do in this case, I will use the property of complement of the set. Okay. So the set x greater than 1 and its complement, both of them have got the probability of A and A complement is equal to 1. We are going to use this property. Probability of a set and its complement is equal to 1. Okay. So what is the problem? If you know the probability of any one, you can find out the probability of the other one by subtracting from 1. So we will use the property of complement of the set here. So what is the complement of this set? X is greater than 1. What is the complement? X is less than or equal to 1. So this is 1 minus probability of x less than or equal to 1. We are using the complement property. Okay. Look at here. X is greater than 1. The complement of this set, the complement, or maybe I will write here. This is a very important property of probability of complement set. So complement of the set x greater than 1 will be what? Is x less than or equal to 1. Okay. If x is not, complement meaning what? Which is not in A. I'll explain you once again here. If this is your set and this is your A, what will be the complement? Which is outside A. That is the complement. Okay. So if you unite A and A complement, you will get the entire universal set sample spaces. Okay. For example, suppose my full Narayan Guru College is my S, the bigger set, and FIA, FI class, it is here. So what is the complement of FI class? The students which are not in FI, means which are in SY, TY or other courses. Okay. So that is the meaning of the complement. So if you unite a set and its complement, you will get the entire space. Okay, so the probability of a set and its complement, if you add them, you get 1. Okay, so this property we are going to use here because it is not possible for us to find out the probability of x greater than 1 for each of the x, because there are so many. If x is greater than 1, x will take so many values, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. So I cannot go on finding the values of all these. So I will use this property. Probability of x greater than 1 is equal to 1 minus probability of x less than or equal to 1. This is the explanation for this. Complement of this set is x less than or equal to 1. Now find out what is probability. First we will find out what is probability of x less than or equal to 1. Now what is the meaning of probability of x less than or equal to 1? X is less than or equal to 1 means x can take value either 0 or 1. Correct? So that is equal to probability of x is equal to 0 plus probability of x is equal to 1. And both these we have calculated, I think, in the previous problem. Probability of x equal to 0. Have we calculated? Yes, here. Look at here. Probability of x equal to 0. It was coming at 0.0498. So this was 0.0498. And what was probability of x equal to 1? That also we have calculated. Look at here. Probability of x equal to 1. It was 0.1494. 0.1494. So we have already calculated this. So you add them. So you will get the probability of x less than or equal to 1. So let us quickly add them. So it is 0.0498 plus 0.1494. The answer will be 0.1992. So this is what probability of x less than or equal to 1. I'll now put this value in this. So what is probability of x greater than 1? It will be 1 minus probability of x less than or equal to 1. It is 0.199. So subtract this from 1. You will get 0.8008. So this is the answer for the third one. Okay. So I hope you have understood. So whenever x is greater than 1, you use this property. Okay, complement the property. So the things will become small. Any questions so far? Okay, understood. No. When you solve more problems, ना things will become clear and clear. Okay, एक ही problem में समझ में जल्दी से नहीं आता है. You might have to solve many problems like that. Okay, let us see the second question. Second exercise. Akash received on an average. Akash receives on an average 5 messages per day. This person Akash receives on an average 5 messages per day. Find the probability that on a specific day he will receive first only 2 messages, second only 3 messages, third at least 4 messages, and fourth less than 3 messages. And you are given here the value of e raised to minus 5. The value of e raised to minus 5 is 0.0067. This will be given to you. So what is the question here? Akash receives on an average 5 messages per day. Find the probability that on a particular day he will receive only 2 messages, only 3, at least 4, and less than 3 messages. So in this problem, you are given the average is given to you. And what is the average? We denote by M. M is the average. I told you mean or average of the Poisson distribution is M. So here you are given that M is equal to 5. Okay. So you know that what is the probability of X is equal to X? The formula is e raised to minus M into M raised to X divided by X factorial. So let us solve one by one. The first one is you have to find out probability of he receives only two messages. So X is equal to 2. So first one only 2. So therefore, what is the value of X? X is equal to 2. So find out probability of X is equal to 2. So it is e raised to minus 5 in this formula. Put M is equal to 5 and X is equal to 2. So e raised to minus 5 into 5 raised to 2 divided by X square, X factorial. X is 2, so 2 factorial. E raised to minus 5, the value is already given to you, 0.0067. So this is 0.0067 into 5 square. 5 square is 25. 5 into 5. 2 factorial is 2 into 1, that is 2. Calculate this. Okay. So you will see that Poisson distribution to calculate the probability it is even more simpler than binomial distribution. In binomial distribution, you had to find out the NCR values also. Here you don't have to find out the NCR values, and the e raised to power that value is already given to you. So it becomes even more easier. This is 0.08375. So this is the probability of x is equal to 2. So the probability that Akash will receive two messages on a particular day is 0.0067. Okay. So let me just check whether I have done it correctly. 0.0067 multiplied by 25 and divide by 0.8375. Okay. Now the second one. What is the second one? Only 3. Only 3. So that means the value of x is 3. So what is probability of x is equal to 3? It will be e raised to minus 5 into 5 raised to 3. Put x is equal to 3 divided by 3 factorial. E raised to minus 5, the value is already given to you. 5 raised to 3 is 125 and 3 factorial is 3 into 2, that is 6. Okay, so let us calculate this. So 0.0067 multiplied by 125 divided by 6. So that will give you 0.1396. So this is the answer. See, in book, the answers are not matching. Maybe there is some mistake in the book. So don't go by the book's answer. Okay. Third one, at least 4. Now, what is the meaning of at least 4? Yesterday, we have taken one problem of that kind. At least 4. That means x can take the least value as 4. It cannot be less than 4. At least 4. So, x will be greater than or equal to 4. Minimum value what x can take is 4. At least 4. Not less than 4. Okay. So, this probability of at least 4 is same as probability of x greater than or equal to 4. Now, as I told you, whenever there is greater than or equal to 4 means it will start from 4, 4, 5, 6 up to infinity. So what we will do? We will apply the complement property. 1 minus probability of, what is the complement of this set? X greater than or equal to 4. The complement will be x less than 4. Okay. So what you do? First you have to find out probability of x less than 4. So at x will take value 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So find out probability of x is equal to 0, probability of x is equal to 1, probability of x is equal to 2 and probability of x is equal to 3. Okay. And then this will give you probability of x less than 4. Substitute this in this formula and you will get the answer. So I am giving you this as an I've explained you how to do it. At least 4. Then what? Last one is less than 3. Less than 3 messages means fourth one. Less than 3. Now what is the meaning of less than 3? X is less than 3. Means what values x will take? 0, 1 and 2. It is strictly less than 3. So again you have to find out probability of x equal to 0, 1 and 2 and then add. So we have already calculated here. Okay, you will already calculate here. So we need to repeat it again. Okay. So this is how we have to solve such type of problems. Okay. So thank you so much. So today we have seen the Poisson distribution and some problems on Poisson distribution. We will continue with this in the next lecture. We will solve more problems on Poisson distribution. Thank you.